So on.
They want us to, an idea is if you could shut off. the water.
So is the 1.4 correction to the water correct?
It should be 1.4, but I can't tell because he already ran the numbers. I don't have the formula.
Yeah.
That's what I like to go on, not this. I'd have to back into it.
Do you have a sheet anywhere that has the rates?
But I mean, but it's just not, I mean, I would have, it's a whole formula.
I cannot have that.
So it's a whole formula of what gets, what's, because you have your exemption, you'd have $1,000 exemption that comes out of it. I don't know if you have any bad debt expense, it goes out of your operating revenues. You got, do we have any sales for resale? Resell,
Can you hear us okay?
the reselling, but, so there's a bunch of stuff, so it's not just, you don't take just 1.4 from your volumetric. It's not that simple. And that's where everyone's messing up. And that's what I hope he hasn't done. I was hoping to get his actual formula that has it all broken down.
Well, you could at least, if we have the old rates, you could check and see if they're
That's how we-
1.4%
Yeah,
less.
that's true.
I think there might be something on races.
But as long as it is 1.4 or less, I'm good with it.
This is the last water bill attachment.
Yeah, you call her and ask for what's that.
The last amendment to the water.
So
Or
it
if
was
ask her if
776.
she sent,
I only care about that
if
first.
she sent an email to
300 gallons. Let's
was
see.
it Brandon, they had it on it, we could look at her email,
Okay, all right, give me a second.
one or the other. Is it 9 now? 6:30.
Please, sir. Michelle, can you hear us okay?
So it's-
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you. Jeff?
Just took it straight out.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Because we don't have. Right.
We'll get started here in a second. We're gonna try to get.
We
the
took
previous,
776
rate
times
schedule.
98.
Let's go ahead and go through all the
Yeah,
procedure
let's-
stuff, what you do.
I mean,
Probably because it doesn't have all the details to that.
I mean, that would
old
just,
rate
that would
schedule.
just make the deduction less. So this favors the consumer. Takes out more than necessary. All those things that get pulled out, then your rate would end up a little bit, a few cents higher.
Jenny, what she's getting at with this are.
Yeah. Okay, we can start our meeting now. We will do a call to order. So to my left,
Roll call.
roll call, sorry.
Kyle Eichler.
Jenny Sisson,
Tim Pritchard.
Michelle?
Chelsea,
so we have established a quorum.
It's our first meeting of the year, so we have to like.
Oh. I was thrown off by that, that's right. So it's our first meeting of the year and we will elect officers.
Who are the current officers?
Jenny's president, I'm vice, I believe.
I'll make a motion to retain the current officers as stated.
Second.
Do we have a motion and a second? All in favor? Or do we have?
aye.
Okay, we're gonna do a roll call. So to my left,
Yes.
yes,
Yes,
Michelle,
Yes,
so we will retain the current officers. So approval of previous minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
so moved.
We have a motion to approve the minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second. So minutes approved. Thank you. So no old business. So our one and only item is the utility receipts tax, which was House Bill law passed this year to remove that. So we have both our water and our electric schedule of rates and charges in front of us.
So, Madam Chair, if I may, We'll find the old rates.
We have the 2009 rates attached to the ordinance for electric. But it looked like it was like a phase in. But we do not have the 2015. It was not attached to the ordinance that's on our network drive.
So it looked like for water, it's that 1 point.
I think it's great.
Yeah, because he probably couldn't find a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
When's the last time it was changed?
I doubt we have any of that backup information for the rates. Probably the only thing we have is the rates themselves.
Well,
And-
the ordinance says the rates are reduced by 1.40%. That's what they did, just took the rates.
And even though that's not technically how rates are built, these are all gonna be updated before long.
Yeah, we need to go through that process, right?
And there's no other way of going about it when they're that old. So I actually can be okay. I just didn't want it to be
Yeah,
unnecessarily more than what it should be. And then we will correct that when we go through a rate process naturally.
yeah, so what you're doing is just approving the rate, not the ordinance. That ordinance,
Mhm.
some verbiage will get changed before tomorrow anyway. So you're basically approving electric appendix A and the water appendix A.
And so do I have a motion? Do
And
we
it's
want a
just for
motion
water,
or?
You know, it just occurred to me, this is just for water and electric
Mhm.
and but not storm.
Correct.
Okay, I just want to make
It's-
sure that you're not hearing anything different.
Oh, no, it's not built into storm and storm, that's
different-
a fee. That's
Right.
not a rate.
Okay.
And so we'd have to use correct
So the only-
terminology
The only
there.
other person or entity that this would affect would be Fall Creek Regional Waste District, which is not us.
Correct.
Okay.
But as far as notification, some of those technicalities, I mean, I don't deal with since
Yeah.
we're not, I mean, I would be able to like dig and figure it out, but I can't imagine having to personally notify outside.
We're
As
just gonna insert
suggested.
it- We're just gonna have it in the bills. We'll print it for 2 months.
Yep.
And I believe it goes into effect the first July bill.
Correct.
We only do one a month anyway, so in our, if we did 2 a month, then it may be an issue, but we only do 1 a month and that'll be in July. So the only thing that I want to get clarification on, if Jeff, you can hear me, is do we have to prorate for, because I don't know how we do it, for prorate what was in June and what was in July?
I hear you. I don't know. I'll have to look at the law closer and see where we're at. I haven't considered that, Scott.
But
I
knowing,
don't know.
I believe everything in the July bill will be June only.
Okay,
Cut it
I'll
off.
confirm that.
Yeah, so I think everything has to be done by the 25th. And then they have until the next month on the 15th to pay.
Scott,
It is roll 15th to 15th for bills. So, which is still- it goes to the 15th. That's when they're due, yes.
No, that's when they're
The
due.
read is from the next of the month.
Oh, it is to the 9th.
Nine.
I thought they had to have it.
That's when she does billing. for the all. So the cycle, the billing cycle goes to 9 to 9.
I know, but what I'm saying is, this is 25th, then everything on the July bill will be June.
May 9th to
Will
June
be May
9th.
9th.
Yeah, it'll be May 9th.
To June
May
9th.
9th to June 9th.
June 9th, so we are okay. No, I guess we do need to make sure that it kind
Yeah,
of
about
okay to
behind.
come off, right. Does that make sense, Jeff?
Yes, Scott, it does.
I understand that we have to take it off on the first bill in July.
Right,
So even though it is none of the fees apply to July, it only applies to June and a few days into May, right?
right. That's correct.
Some of June.
That's right.
Have to explain
I
that.
want to read that law specific because it's the effect.
Okay,
I believe the law says when it goes into effect July 1. The effect of, meaning,
Well, you would reduce it till
It's-
July 9th. You
yeah,
would reduce it till August 9th.
because you're billing behind.
well, as it was explained to me, is that you had to have it applied in the first July billing. So maybe that what they intended to say, or they misspoke, is that for the usage in July, the first billing for any time there's any usage in July. That makes sense now? No.
Okay, I'm there, let's see. I just want to read
And
the
I was
actual
also told
language.
that how it starts and when it starts was a little loosey goosey if we were not under the IURC. There was some big debate whether that timeline applied to us or not.
Now that's incorrect because that's pretty spelled out.
We don't have to notify the agency for our rate. That's what
Until
we're
the
saying.
July billing.
We have to notify our customers, but we don't have to notify the IURC.
We don't have to ever.
We're not subject to notify.
No, we don't
them
have to.
of
I
rate.
totally
We
agree
do
with
need
that.
to-
Right, we don't have to do that.
That's what that- I think that was like effective in May.
Right,
So we
Mhm.
need-
right. There was a deadline in May, but that didn't
We're
apply.
not- No,
Mhm.
Well, that's on myself and Tracy and Jeff Graham to figure that out. The important thing is that we approved,
1.4.
So the part of the law that talks about the IURC says a rate adjustment under this section takes effect upon the effective date of the repeal, which is what, July 1st?
yes.
Mhm.
But there's no such subsection in the non-IURC section. It doesn't say anything about when it takes effect.
I think that's why it's in there.
So
But the recommendation is that you just follow the timeline that the people that are under the IURC. For example, we should follow that same timeline. that There's no dispute.
So in that case, then you really don't have to worry about how the billing cycle is. Because you were worried about, you
But
know,
you wouldn't apply the adjustment until you have the June 6th to July 6th usage, right? Which would be the
August
August.
bill.
That's when you'd see the first reduction in rate.
Yeah, and so what's confusing is, do I have to prorate the bill? Because some days we're.
The first 8 days of July,
Right.
you can't read all the meters on the 8th.
You have to read it twice.
I'm
It's-
sorry, I'm not gonna do that.
It's
I'm not-
wireless, isn't it?
Believe me, I know how the legislature works, and I'm not gonna compensate for that for.
before writing.
It's only gotten worse when there's super majorities. They can see, trust me, it's-
I'd say just implement it July 1st, take it down 1.4 and send it out August.
I agree. Make it
Yeah.
simple.
Okay.
And because honestly, it's pretty immaterial, the total amount.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be,
I bet if you didn't send them notice, they wouldn't even know it happened. They just think they use that
Correct.
much water that month.
the only reason they want the 2-month notice is because the legislators want everyone to know that they saved the day.
Right.
Don't
With
put that in
their
minutes.
98 cents.
In fact, they probably won't know because we're washing the car, watering the grass and flowers. It's gonna go up.
That's right, exactly. And for them to have done this, it's really creating
It
more,
will.
more
Instead of going
work.
down 27 cents, it's gonna go up $3.
This was low hanging fruit for them to begin with, to throw this in.
I'll check with the software company, because I'm sure they're having to deal with this with 100 other communities in Indiana, and we'll see if they're using the rate in the notification or actually calculating per person two formulas, one without the reduction and one with, and then telling them that's subtracting the two.
That sounds expensive. That's where, what I'm hearing, those who aren't regulated are using their interpretation.
As you were.
Yep. And that's where we are not giving guidance as a commission.
Yeah.
Because we didn't write this and it's not for us to interpret that detail, so it's kind of, we're kind of just putting it out there for people. So I think people are gonna do what they want. And some people aren't even, because some people have very archaic billing systems, or some billing systems, like we've had rate cases, and it's been 3 months behind for their software companies to get up to speed. So they're 3 months behind on their new rates.
And then plus some people still have the manual reading. We at least have the automated read, so although there's still 40 manual.
So that's where if you just, some people are, type it up on a piece of paper, hey,
Yep.
this is going down, and add it into the bill. And so do I have a motion to approve the utility tax receipt at a 1.4% reduction?
So we're looking to approve attachments or appendix A of both ordinances.
The rates, right?
The rates
Rate. The new rates,
only, the new rates for,
not the ordinance itself.
yes, for both. Well, we'll start out with the water, approval of the water.
I'll make a motion. Approve appendix A in the water rates.
Second.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Do you say the names on a roll call vote? Is that how you do it?
Typically.
Okay.
So Jenny, you can.
A roll call. Start with
Yes.
Kyle. Yes,
Yes.
Michelle.
Michelle, yes.
Okay, so we have approved the water rates. We will have then, if I can get a motion to approve appendix A for the electric rates at a reduction of 1.4%.
Make a motion.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Do I get a roll call? To my left,
Kyle Eichhorn, yes.
Jenny Sisson, yes.
Tim Pritchard, yes.
Michelle Skeen, yes.
Motion approved. Thank you.
Adjourn.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
See, I don't do this. Oh, sorry. I don't like that for myself.
I think I apologize. I just think I made it even more.
So if in the future, I do have two names. Greg Paratage is a very good